Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar, bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar, bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started.
One thing that I really saw in Benedictine is that they really were together, like a brotherhood, you know what I mean? Coming in, just a shadow, they already welcomed me. They didn't really try to like put on an act, I guess you could say, to like, oh yeah, you know, we're this and that. They really showed me what Benedictine really was, and I thought it was a perfect place for me.
Being a man of Benedictine is like being someone who improves in every aspect of their life. Being a lifelong learner,
There's a lot of things that you look for when you go to high school. It's just a whole nother experience of family.
I think Benedictine's a great place to learn how life works.
a true representation of the world, and I'm like really grateful to be a part of that.
Definitely the teachers make this place special. Just how committed they are day in and day out. How I know I can go before school and talk to them about my grade, what can I do better. People root for each other and they cheer for each other. Benedictine thrives on support. And with that support, kids push themselves and go outside their comfort zone to become better athletes and students.
My dad went here and he said that he loved it here and it taught him so much about discipline and other life skills.
Coming into Benedictine, welcomed immediately by everybody, and you're not gonna feel out of place coming in as a incoming freshman. You'll feel welcome as soon as you come here.
The community and the opportunities are some of the best I've seen in any other school.
There is something different about this place. It's almost like whatever acreage is here, it's just a different, it's a sanctuary within the city of Cleveland. I think it's an identity that takes place the minute you step on campus, and it only grows as you go through your time here.
Benedictine's really given kids the opportunity to push themselves, see where they can go. You're not told, well, you haven't done this before, you can't do it. You're told, you haven't done this before, let's see where you can fit in. And you really don't find that in a whole lot of places. If you're looking for something you've never experienced before, come here.
Love the way you are, we always leave me. Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, we always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Just a short 10-minute drive separates Shaker Heights' Russell H. Rupp Field and tonight's venue, Don Shula Stadium. The Red Raiders of Shaker Heights High School are making the short trip to JCU to take on your Benedictine Bengals. In tonight's Friday Night Lights matchup, brought to you by Lavera Catering and Party Center. The Bengals are coming off of a nail-biting win last week and will look to keep the winning ways going tonight against one of their toughest opponents yet. Tonight's production of Benedictine football begins now, right here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Don Shula Stadium alongside Jacob Sheen. I'm Patrick Lloyd. Jacob, the Bengals had a great comeback victory last week, taking down Strongsville by a final of 21-17 after trailing the Mustangs at halftime 14-3.
That's right, Pat. The Bengals came out really slow in the first half, struggling to make plays offensively. But then they came back out in the second half and dominated on both sides of the ball. If we take a look at the final stats, Benedictine had 131 yards on the ground, while Strongsville had only 67. Through the air, Benedictine had 188 yards, while Strongsville only had 25. These stats make it very hard to believe that the Bengals were down by 2 scores at halftime.
Well, the scoring was an interesting factor in last week's game. Let's take a deeper look. The Bengals got the scoring started on their first drive with a field goal by Bryce Mayteen to put them up 3-0. Then, Strongsville bounced right back, scoring a touchdown on their first drive of the game. Then Strongsville extended their lead with this crazy touchdown where quarterback Beard threaded the needle to wide receiver Alex Espay. Somehow it was not picked off. The Bengals then had a nice drive propelled by this incredible one-handed catch by J.J. Baldwin. This put them in scoring position at the end of the first half. Unfortunately, a field goal attempt was blocked.
The interesting thing is, the Bengals got to the second half started with a touchdown from first to Pomnian to cut into the Mustang lead. The Bengals defense held off Strongsville while the offense continued to perform. The Bengals scored again with this QB sneak touchdown from Matthew First.
Great job by the offensive line.
Strongsville bounced back by knocking through a 37-yard field goal, which gave them the lead right back.
And it's good. Strongsville takes the lead back with 5.
The Bengals came right back with this beautiful 21-yard pass, which led to an over-the-shoulder catch by J.J. Baldwin and a Bengals touchdown, which gave them the lead.
The interesting thing is, Baldwin was down in the corner for a while. He appeared to be injured, and things weren't looking great, as the Bengals already have a couple injuries, which we'll look at later. The very interesting thing is, and to everyone's surprise, is that Baldwin hopped right back up and was back out on the field for the next play. Then as Strongsville was trying to drive back down the field and try to win the game, Antoine Smith sent the Mustangs home with this interception to seal it. Let's take another look at that. Great coverage on the play, and Antoine Smith got his second interception of the season.
Well, I think that was definitely one of the best games, as far as highlight plays go, we've seen so far this season.
I definitely agree with that.
Next, let's look at the incredible job the defense did, especially in the second half, to limit Strongsville's offense attack and spark the Bengals' comeback. The Bengals' defense played a crucial role in the comeback win last week. They did a nice job stopping the run and keeping a stout interior line up the middle. They made some great stops on big third downs, even in situations where it looked like Strongsville had an easy route to a first. They did a nice job at making tackles in the open field while led by James Yane, Tristan Wilson, and many others. They made a huge stop on third down here with a nice coverage by Antoine Smith.
Jameer Church was very consistent for 6 or 7 yard carries that have really helped the Bengals move down the field as well. Last Friday, Church had 27 carries for 131 yards. We'll need to see another great performance from him tonight with the absence of Chris Maloney. We also saw the QB sneak utilized, and you'll see that right here. I really hope to see that again this week as the offensive line did a great job pushing first forward. The run game needs to continue to use Church and sometimes even Hobbs, while the passing game needs to continue looking for Baldwin and Pomnian, as both of them, as well as others, had an outstanding game last Friday. As some of Baldwin's highlight plays last week, expectations are high for him this week, and he is my player to watch for tonight's game. First also threw 0 interceptions once again last week, which is a huge stat to keep up as a high school quarterback. Bengals offense needs to be more consistent in the past weeks to keep up with the solid Shaker Heights football team. Pomnian is another player to watch. He played great once again with 9 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. And Luke Carlton again making an impact for the Bengals. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the Bengals are able to perform this week.
Yes, if they can just keep the confidence they had in that second half, I think that's all they need.
I agree. And the observation that I've made is that they are two different teams. There are two different teams that we've seen. We've seen the team that played in the St. Francis game and the first half of the Strongsville game. And then there's the team that we saw against Canton South and we saw against Avon Lake and we saw in the second half of the Strongsville game. In these next 2 weeks, we've got 2 of the toughest opponents yet, and that's Shaker Heights and Walsh Jesuit.
Yeah.
And we're going to need to play as that team that we saw in the first 2 games of the season.
What stuck out to me last game was the predictability of Benedictine. In the first half, they kind of made it known that Jameer Church was their main option to get the ball up the field. But then in the second half, they mixed it up every play. You know, a few throws and then a few runs here and there. But in the first half, they kind of ran it most of the time, which St. Francis picked up on quickly.
The defense, again, just what a great job.
Yes, the defense too.
I mean, there were situations where we really, really needed a third down stop, and the Bengals, the defense was able to do that for us. So.
As you can see now, our band is playing. A little pregame show for the fans.
If we take a look at the Shaker Heights Red Raiders so far this season, it's really interesting from them. We saw that they beat Willoughby South by 2 touchdowns. Willoughby South, they're okay, but they're not a good team, I would say. I mean, they're not a high caliber team. They beat Brush by just 8 points. Brush is currently 0-4.
Yes, that's so surprising. I was not expecting them to have a close game, that one, but I guess Brush is better than we thought they were.
That's right. So, I mean, and the Bengals play Brush later this season, but again, Brush still is yet to win a game. That was in week 2. Then they lost. Shaker Heights has lost 2 straight games. They lost to Solon by 1 point, and they lost to Euclid by 4 points last week. So
They're definitely looking to win tonight. I bet they got a lot of determination after losing 2 games in a row.
that's right. And I've even heard some football players saying that Strongsville was more of a tough opponent than Shaker Heights.
Wow.
Which is an interesting thing to say, especially the way that the records are shaping up.
Well, Strongsville did definitely come out strong last week.
They
surprised us.
They did.
But, the Bengals, they got it done. They got the job done and got the win there.
And we need to see that consistent offensive and defensive play that we saw in the second half. And this is a much anticipated game. We got a nice little student section shaping up over there, and it's not even game time yet. And this place, nice crowd tonight. A highly anticipated game, but I think next week will be even better. And we saw coming in, Shaker Heights has a really big marching band, over 250 people.
Yeah, walking by, it kind of looked like they had more students in the band than we have in our school. That's my first thought when I saw them.
I mean, it'll be really exciting to see their halftime performance and just how much space they take up on the field.
Right.
So the Bengals are coming off of a win, as we mentioned. They lost the week before in a rainy game against St. Francis. It was 23-17. The week before, they dominated Avon Lake, and they scored 40 points in both of their first 2 games, beating Canton South and Avon Lake in commanding fashion.
Right.
So we're hoping to see more of that tonight. Got to get back on track here. But the Bengals are starting to be ranked in higher caliber rankings. They're, I believe, number 23 in the NEO zone.
Yeah.
North Ohio rankings. Cleveland.com had them ranked just inside the top 25. So hopefully, some big wins can keep moving us up.
Definitely wanted to bring up what we mentioned in the pregame, but running back Chris Maloney and safety captain Joseph Morse, both out again this week.
Yes, but as we talked to Shane Hopkins earlier this week, or earlier today, actually, excuse me, and there he is. Yeah. Shane Hopkins right there.
Shane Hopkins does about everything in the school for
the
everybody.
Team and athletics and everything else, student council. But as we spoke with him, he said that hopefully Maloney and Morris will be back next week.
Yes, that's the goal. Walsh is a big game next week.
And here come the Shaker Heights Red Raiders, led out by junior quarterback Jasir Edie. As well as Isaac Smith, also a junior. Bengals band lined up to welcome our squad onto the field. We thank you all for joining us once again alongside Jacob Sheen. I'm Patrick Lloyd. This is our 4th live broadcast of the season out of 5 games. We've only played 1 game on the road so far, but starting the week after Walsh Jesuit next week, we're going to have 3 straight road matchups. You may see a broadcast out of there.
Maybe.
Still some logistics to figure out, but definitely not Cathedral Prep. That's a little bit of a far trip.
I love looking over at the band. You can always point out senior Charlie Coppich over there with the big old tuba.
Yes, the tuba. That's exactly right. And here comes some of the Bengals coaching staff. Coach Adam Prevost. We saw him today during our pep rally.
He made a special appearance.
He did, but under a different personality. And for those of you that don't know, he came out impersonating a fictional coach.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He is a funny
guy. We had a pep rally today. He came out as a special character and just made it fun for everybody.
That's right.
Kind of getting
the whole school. It was unexpected. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He always makes, inside and outside the classroom.
see. Here come the Benedictine Bengals out on the field, looking to improve their record to 4-1 this evening.
Augie Rosalina and James Yane with the flags again.
That's right. The two captains left that are not injured.
Right.
So now we're going to take a look at our injury report for this week. Interesting to note, Yamil Riello is out for the season. He was starting at linebacker for the Bengals and is unfortunately out for the season after an injury against Avon Lake. Chris Maloney, he's day-to-day. I think they're trying to save him for Walsh Jesuit.
Yes, that's probably a very smart decision from the coaches there.
That's right. Joe Morris, again, also supposed to be allegedly back next week. And then Trey McNutt, who is Shaker Heights' 5-star safety, a recruit that's committed to Oregon. And he got injured last week against Euclid.
Yeah, it's definitely good for the Bengals there. Definitely, Shaker Heights definitely their best player. So not having Trey McNutt tonight, might be playing a little worse than they have been.
We're just about ready to kick things off tonight. Andrew Mullen, the sophomore, will kick us off. And we are underway from Don Shula Stadium. A really nice kick is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And that Shaker band is really loud. So here come the Bengals out on the field to get things underway. Led by junior quarterback Matthew First once again. First is in shotgun formation, no running back. Trips on the near side. He's going to send Spikes out wide. Throw a short pass here to Baldwin. Baldwin's going to look for some room to run. Not going to get as far as the Bengals hope there. It's going to be second down.
Interesting play. It's probably the first time this season we've seen a play where there was no running back.
Yeah. I mean, other than the situations where you need a touchdown and you need big yardage quickly. But they were looking for a short pass there on that play. Here we go. Church is in the backfield this time around. Here's the snap. You're going to hand it off to Church. Church bounces it towards the outside and has room to run. Jameer Church is going to pick up a first down and a really great run for his first run of the night.
There you go. Showing Shaker what he can do consistently. Just last game, Church showed us 131 yards for 27 carries, so I'm sure we're going to see similar stats like that, just basing it off this first play he had.
Here we go. Shotgun formation again. They bring a guy in motion. First is going to look to throw. Goes over the top, looking for Tyrell O'Neal in a tight end position there. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Haven't seen Tyrell O'Neal involved too much offensively so far.
That's right. He's been more of a defensive aspect for the Bengals.
I'm excited to see what he can show us offensively.
First in shotgun formation again with Church in the backfield. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. It's Pomnian and Carlton, but a flag is thrown in the backfield. And it looks like that's going to push the Bengals back here. false start. That's going to make it 2nd and 15. Shotgun formation again, this time with Church in the backfield. Looks like a similar lineup with Pomnian and Carlton here on the near side. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Jameer Church. Slows things down, looks for room to run, cuts towards the outside, still on his feet, and he picks up a first down to the 50-yard line. What a nice run from Jameer Church. And he's been a powerhouse for the Bengals on the ground so far in this game.
I love to see that right when Church got the ball, Jonathan Spikes, number 4 for the Bengals, he held off the defense a little bit. He slowed down because he was waiting for the block. Then he just took off, ran right through 2 people.
And that's the outstanding job that the Bengals offensive line has done so far this season. Here we go. Bengals moving the ball nicely on the first drive of the game. First and shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Antoine Smith lined up here on the near side. Trips on the far side. Low snap. First looks to throw. He's got Pomnian wide open, and Pomnian's going to take it down to the 31-yard line, and another Bengals first down. Wide open, and that's where we love to see our wide receivers.
Looked like number 2 for Shaker Heights, Miles Shelton, the senior, was the one to take Joey down there.
Not before a big pickup for the Bengals. Here we go. Shotgun formation again. We haven't seen first under center yet. Shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Pomnian and Carlton on the near side. Hand off to Church again. Church with another nice run. Cuts towards the outside, room to run. He picks up the first. He's down inside the 10. First and goal for the Bengals, but flags on the play, so hold on a minute. The flags are thrown behind the play. And they might push the Bengals back here. And it's going to be on Shaker Heights, so that's going to help the Bengals even more. It's going to be first and goal here.
Jameer Church on this drive, 3 major runs. That one just being down the middle there. Very impressive. The confidence, and you can see the patience when he's running the ball down the field. I think he's going to be a major component to today's game.
And he doesn't really have a choice. First and goal. Under center. First is going to hand it off to Jameer Church. He's going to go all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Benedictine. It's Jameer Church who carried the drive. And what a nice start for the Bengals. Can't ask for a better start.
Just the strength from Jameer Church. Flag down, though.
Oh, man. Flag on the play. And they might take this touchdown back. The Bengals looked upset. Mayteen's still out there. Let's see. There's that big student section that we can see on our monitor here. Really nice showing tonight. Now they're talking to the coach for the Strongsville, or excuse me, that was last week. Shaker Heights Red Raiders. First is going to continue to line up for this PAT. Excuse me, Mayteen. Oh, quick start to the game. It's got me a little rattled as well.
Incredible drive.
Yes,
incredible.
I mean,
instant. I mean,
I don't even think we did not. We did not reach third down.
Only 3 minutes into the game. So okay, Bryce Mayteen taking the PAT.
Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. Good start for the Bengals. 7-0 early on.
Wow. We're seeing exactly what they pulled out in the second half of last week's game against Strongsville. Just a switch up between in the air and on the ground. Mixing it up between taking advantage of Church's strength and finding Joy Pomnian and J.J. Baldwin.
Bengals to kick off here. Shaker Heights coming on the field for their first drive of the game. And that side of the stands is packed. And a huge student section, our biggest of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
It's looking nice over there. And they're getting hyped up after a quick Bengals start. Mateens kick. Takes a weird bounce, knocked down by Shaker Heights. And a nice tackle made at the 41-yard line by Jonathan Spikes. And the return was made by Cornell Beard, the senior. And Shaker Heights will have to see what their offense can do here on the first drive of the game. Here we go. Edie out there with the running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. And a run's not going to get very far. Nice job by the Bengals defense. The running back, same guy as the return man, Cornell Beard. And another nice stop. Third down now.
Wow, Shaker.
It's a third and long.
Yeah, Shaker struggling to get just a few yards on this play.
Yeah, they're going to give it 3rd and 11. Couldn't ask for a better start from the Benedictine Bengals tonight.
If they could stop Shaker right here, that'd be a major statement.
That's right, and it could, lead to the Bengals, with a 2-possession lead quickly. Edie, here's the snap. He's going to drop back and look to throw. Steps into space. Tries to run it himself. He finds the outside, and he's going to be short of the first. It looked like he had room to keep running, but he decided not to. I think he was unaware where the pylon was on this side of the field. So the punt unit will come out onto the field. It's Lucas White, the junior kicker / punter for the Red Raiders. J.J. Baldwin back to return for the Bengals. Here's a snap. It's a good one. White's punt straight up in the air. And now the Bengals have to be careful not to touch. It's going to bounce out of bounds. The Bengals are going to have some good field position to start things off here on their next drive. Bengals looking to make a statement here.
Great so far. Fantastic.
That's right. The Bengals can create some separation here early in the game.
Matthew First?
Yeah. Yeah, First is lined up as a wide receiver position. They're going to run the ball with Antoine Smith. And Antoine Smith with a nice run and a first down. Finally taken down.
That caught me off guard there.
Yeah, it did. At first I was like, what is he talking about?
Our-
Then I look and I'm like, that's not one of our wide receivers.
Yes,
that is quarterback
our-
Matthew First.
Yes, our starting junior quarterback,
That's right.
Matthew First, was set as a wide receiver there.
That's right.
But yeah, Antoine Smith, there you go. Great job to go down the line.
Caught all of us off guard.
And now he's back in the QB spot.
That's good to see. Shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Church was a crucial part in the Bengals' last drive. Here's the snap. Hand off to Church. Church is going to try up the middle. Has nowhere to go. When taken down there.
Yeah, brought down pretty quick.
Yep, thanks to Shaker Heights is number 46, Ben Jadalji. Second and 8. This is our homecoming game.
Yep, homecoming tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
We've got everybody out here for it. A lot of hype around the school today.
Yeah. The student council's been doing a great job making it a fun week for us.
That's right. What a great job by them. First in shotgun formation with Church to his right. And we have a flag thrown. So it's going to be a false start on the offense, and that's going to make it second and 13. Not the end of the world, the way that the Bengals offense has played so far.
Just a few setbacks here and there. Nothing major, though.
Here's the snap. First drops back, looks to throw, and he finds a wide receiver open. It's Baldwin. He's going to cut back up towards the middle, still on his feet. He picked up a first down once again. J.J. Baldwin this time with his, I believe, his first catch of the game.
Yeah, it looked like he was going down a few yards back, but he just kept going. He was a little off balance the whole time,
It's
but
the resilience we love to see from our wide receivers.
there you go. There's another example of a short pass. What Matthew First is best at, you know?
That's right. First and shotgun formation again with Church in the backfield. Carlton, the only receiver here on the near side. We're going to hand it off, or excuse me, fake the handoff, throw to Pomnian towards the sideline. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5. And a nice play on first down.
You know the offense is doing a good job at faking a play when they get the commentators too, right?
I know, but it's so hard when they're on the far hash marks and we've got all this in our way. We've got track, sideline, the whole field.
Yeah, they did a good job. These plays so far that they've been using, a lot of them we haven't seen so far, and they've been very creative.
Yes, so definitely some work done in practice over the week, especially after they needed some trick plays against Strongsville. First is under center. He's going to bring Rosaline in motion. Church in the backfield again. Hand it off to Church again, and Church slips and falls, and they might have lost yardage on the play.
For Shaker Heights, senior number 31, Zavel Bloodworth, took Church down there. Kind of caught his ankle there.
I was going to say, Church, a lot of him going down was him.
Yeah, looked like he tripped a little bit, and then Zavel, eventually got hold of his foot.
Finished the job, yeah.
Right.
So they're going to call it 3rd and 2. First under center again, hands it off to Church again, just trying to pick up the first down, and Church still on his feet. I don't know if he got it. We'll see. They call it first down, Bengals. I'm surprised they picked it up.
Wow.
But a really nice.
Hey, Jameer Church, he does what he does.
Yep, good job staying on his feet, picking up that extra yardage.
Yeah.
And the Bengals all of a sudden are threatening once again at the 20-yard line. We're going to go up 2 possessions early on. That run from Church. He picked up a couple yards, so it's going to be second and about 6. Sorry, got a bit distracted there. There's that student section we're looking at again. It's a really nice show out in a blackout, and everybody's following the theme this week, which I know we've had some trouble with in weeks past. Carlton here on the near side, first under center with Church in the backfield again. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Church. Church with a nice run. Cuts to the outside. Church still on his feet. Touchdown, Benedictine. Jameer Church once again.
Student section going
Look
crazy.
Look at that celebration.
Got confetti out and everything.
That is elite. Look at that.
Wow. But Jameer Church, there you go.
And we love that energy from the student section. Great job by Jameer Church. His second touchdown of the game, and the Bengals have a 2-possession lead early.
Yeah, and shout out to Luke Carlton there. He had some great blocking.
That's right.
To give Jameer that open lane. But Jameer Church, the first 2 touchdowns, both of them for him.
Looks like the Bengals are going for 2 here, a bold move. First is going to line up. I don't see Matthew First on the field. They're going to snap it to Jonathan Spikes. He's going to try and spin, and Jonathan Spikes is in for the 2-point conversion. What a weird play.
Wow.
It looked like the snap could have either been caught by Baldwin or Spikes. Spikes took it in, and the Bengals have a 15-0 lead.
I said it before, but again, the creativity tonight so far from the Bengals. It was a good job from the coaching.
How about that?
Yeah.
Bryce Mayteen will come out for the kickoff. That's just confirming that he is not injured. Well, I know that the Bengals just called up the freshman kicker, so he's available if anything were to happen to Bryce. What a great start.
Yeah,
And how about that energy from the student section?
Yeah. The student section is huge tonight. Definitely the biggest one so far. But, you know, that 2-point conversion, just another way to show their dominance, Benedictine. Confidence, determination.
Yeah, I see Lex Herr there in the front row, Pat Mayer, Ethan Haug, R.J. Scoville, Mason Rezepka.
Tripodi.
Yep.
Always.
He was getting hyped up at the pep rally today.
Yes. Those senior leaders in the student section do such a good job just encouraging everybody to come out.
And I'm super excited for next week. We have to bring the same energy for Walsh Jesuit, but right now we have to focus on this game, Shaker Heights.
There's Bryce.
Mayteen to kick it off. This is a much better kickoff, and then an over-end kick taken in by the Red Raiders. A nice return for Shaker Heights. They're going to bring it back to the 30-yard line. And James Yane eventually made the tackle on the play. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us for our Week 5 production of Benedictine football right here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Let's hope the Bengals can do what they did in the first drive, have some good defense, didn't really let them get a first down there.
This pass is trying to go over the top. Good coverage by Joey Pomney and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Edie lined up with Beard in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Beard, and he's wrapped up immediately. And it's Tito Wilson in there on that play. Shaker Heights lined up in shotgun formation again. It's 3rd and 7. Bengals with a chance to get another stop. Flags on the play. Let's see. And it's on the Red Raiders. That's going to push them back. 5 yards, 3rd and 12. Another false start.
Looking very similar to their first drive. Very similar.
Yes. Struggling to run the ball.
Not really going anywhere.
Nope. And now on a 3rd and long. It'll be really interesting to see what Shaker Heights is able to pull together here. Edie in the backfield with Beard. He's going to fake the handoff and pressure immediately. Has to roll out and throw. It's picked off by Joey Pomnian.
Last game, dominated offensively. This game so far, great coverage, got the interception.
How about that? Watch out. Don't let the Bengals run away with it. I know, bold start. Couldn't ask for anything better from this Bengals defense and Jameer Church with the absence of Chris Maloney. We can't wait to see him hopefully back next week, although there's no guarantees. And this Bengals team nowhere to go but up. 15-0 already as we approach the end of the first quarter, and the Bengals looking to extend their lead. There's that student section once again. Going very strong tonight. They're going to bring Rosalina in motion. First, snap, drops back, throws, complete to J.J. Baldwin. Baldwin with a spin move and unfortunately not able to break free, but it's still a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards, 2nd down. And this, by far, is the biggest crowd, too, that we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, they're filling up most of the middle of the Don Shula Stadium main grandstand tonight. Here we go. First in shotgun formation, the Bengals' 3rd offensive drive of the game. They're 2 for 2 so far with 2 touchdowns. They converted a 2-point conversion on the 2nd. Church moves to the backfield, or behind first. They're going to hand it off to Church on the first play. Church runs right into the pile. Still picked up more yards than I was expecting, and that'll make it 3rd down. And short. Third and 1. And I'm expecting here another run with Church just powering up the middle. It's been working for him so far.
And always the possibility of that QB sneak that we've seen the past 2 weeks.
That's exactly right.
Past 2 weeks, Bengals really using that QB sneak there.
First is lined up under center, and you called it, Jacob. And another great QB sneak for 4 or 5 yards as a flag is thrown after the play.
There was a flag thrown. Not sure who it's on, but I mean, it looks like every time the Bengals have gone for a QB sneak this season, it's been successful.
It has. I mean, they've done such a great job. And it's going to be on the Bengals here. I couldn't see. It looked almost like he motioned for a face mask. I could be wrong about that. But that's going to push the Bengals back. It's going to be a repeat 3rd down. And then it's going to be 3rd down and 6. So it might be a chance for the Bengals to maybe throw the ball here now.
That's unfortunate. They did a really good job working through that QB sneak there.
It's the end of the first quarter here from Don Shula Stadium. We're going to take a quick break here. The Bengals lead 15-0. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. The Benedictine Bengals off to a hot start. It's going to be 3rd and 8 here to get things started.
Right before we left, had a successful QB sneak, but then flag was called.
That's
pushed
right.
the Bengals back.
That's right. So a 3rd and 8 now. First is going to line up in shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Trips here on the near side. I believe they got Antoine Smith lined up on the far side. Church now to the left of first. Here's the snap. First drops back, looks to throw. And he finds J.J. Baldwin, and Baldwin makes a nice catch. First down, Benedictine. J.J. Baldwin and Matthew First connect again. And another first down when a 3rd down conversion was necessary.
It's a great catch by J.J. there. Just look
Yeah,
athletic.
he had to go away from his body.
Yeah. That just shows how good he can be, even when the pass is just that little bit off. He's still going to get his hands on it.
I believe a timeout call by Shaker Heights. If we take a look at some scores around Northeast Ohio, we've got some good games this week. Glenville already beat East Tech 41-0. Rhodes is up 36-12 on John Adams. University Schools losing to East 14-3. Jackson and Green tied at 7. Hoban is up 28-0 on St. Ignatius. Valley Forge up 21-7 on Westlake. Church now to the right of First. First drops back and rolls out. And he finds Pomnian over the middle. Pomnian falls down, but a nice pickup for Benedictine.
Little unfortunate. You did a good job catching the ball, just couldn't keep his balance.
But honestly,
Yeah.
a nice job by Matthew First to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, he still found him down the middle.
Massillon is up 10-0 on St. Edward. That's a good game.
Wow.
Number 1 versus number 2 in the state of Ohio, and Massillon's up 10-0. Massillon, the D2 state champs. St. Ed's, the D1 state champs. First is going to hand it off to Church. Church still on his feet. Cuts towards the outside. He's going to go all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Benedictine. And Jameer Church has his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Wow. Right down the middle, the strength, the patience. He's really been picking up for the Bengals here without the original first running back, Chris Maloney. He's really picking up what they're missing.
Student section hyped up once again. Mateen on for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick is good. Bengals have scored on all 3 of their drives so far. It does not get any better than this.
Impressive.
I really thought coming in that we'd have a close, good matchup this week, but Shaker Heights just really is not playing to their full potential tonight.
(22-0).
Wow.
22-0, second quarter. It's looking very similar to how the Bengals were in the first 2 games, and that was with Chris Maloney.
That's right. And honestly, if Church continues to play this way, I'd like to see more of a balance between Maloney and Church next game against Walsh, just to keep both of their stamina at a high percent and keep the Bengals with some fresh legs on the field. I mean, again, this game's nowhere close to being over, but I mean,
yeah, I'm sure, like you said, I'm sure if we keep Church in this whole game, he's going to get tired eventually, and that's where Chris Maloney's going to work in next week.
That's right. Now, I assume Maloney will be the starter next week, but I would like to see more minutes with Church, especially with the way he's playing right now. Here's Mateen's kickoff, and he's looking for a nice bounce, but it's taken in by Jaden Holmes. He caught it and just fell to the ground. He was intimidated by Corday Blair and Antonio Hobbs.
Wow.
He was just
Okay.
like, I'm not getting tackled. Just fell down. I don't think I've seen that before.
Well, that's a different tactic. Every school's a little different.
That's right. Here comes the so far unsuccessful Shaker Heights Red Raiders offense, led by Jasir Edie at quarterback. I believe they got a different guy out there now, and it is number 12, as his first pass is incomplete. That's Quinn Malone, the junior quarterback, and I guess after the first 2 drives, Shaker Heights is just looking to shake things up.
So far, his first throw, not really that close to who he was throwing to.
Yeah, interesting play call there.
And always good coverage from the Bengals.
Of course. 2nd and 10 shotgun formation. Malone fakes the handoff, rolls out himself, and he's going nowhere. Oh, boy. Bengals couldn't get him down on the first try, but finally it's Sean O'Connell and Tito Wilson in there to finish it off.
Shaker Heights just looking scared out there. I would say scared.
Intimidated.
How the Bengals came out and started this game. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't be intimidated.
Malone drops back. He's a lefty quarterback. Tries to fire it over the top. Nobody's there. Baldwin picks it off. How about that? Bengals are getting the ball back again.
Wow. Yeah, you know, I didn't think the Bengals defense could get better, but they stopped them. They found a way to stop them even faster than they did the past 2. So,
and I believe the Avon Lake game, they had 2 interceptions, and this already ties that for the most interceptions in one game this season.
wow.
Here we go. Bengals offense again, led here by Matthew First. He's under center. Church in the backfield. First fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw. Goes deep. And it's caught. Luke Carlton with a big pickup. First down, Benedictine.
Wow. Great throw by Matthew First. He did have some coverage on him, but he caught it.
This Shaker Heights crowd is stunned. First in shotgun formation, Church in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hand off to Church. Church cuts towards the outside. He's got some room. Still on his feet. Somehow, Jameer Church.
Just getting through.
I know. Picks up a first down. It's 1st and goal. Oh, no, they're going to mark him a little bit short. So this will be 1st and 10. Short of the and goal marker is what I mean. And the Bengals threatening again to score, and this is really getting out of hand really quickly.
Wow.
I mean, how about it? First and shotgun with Church to his left. Baldwin and Pomney on the near side. Smith on the far side. Look to the sideline. Church now to the right of First. Here's the snap. First drops back, throws over the top to the end zone, and it's caught. Oh no, incomplete.
He got a hand on it, just slipped right through at the end.
Yes, Antoine Smith, the intended receiver on the play.
Good throw by Matthew First, though.
He's
he
been
had it.
really good the last couple of weeks. Well, bombing it over the top, the over-the-shoulder catches in the back corner that worked last week for J.J. Baldwin, the game-winning touchdown.
We'd love to see more of those longer throws to the receivers just because it hasn't been First strong suit so far in the season.
That's right.
So I think this would
we
be a
just
good
saw
game.
we saw a great one to Carlton just now.
Yeah. This would be a good game to get some practice in for it with the slightly incompetent Shaker Heights defense so far.
That's right. Receiver in motion. First drops back. Looks to throw. It's complete. This time to Jonathan Spikes. He didn't pick up as many yards as he hoped. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Spikes taken down by number 4 for Shaker Heights, senior Brian Mitchell.
This will be 3rd and about 7 here.
Third and 7, not ideal, but would love to see another touchdown here. Wouldn't be surprised if we did. Oh, almost had it. So close. J.J. Baldwin, he was open in the end zone. Got Matthew First got it to his hands. Just slipped right out. You don't see that often from J.J., but he looks very disappointed in himself. But, you know, he's been the top receiver for the Bengals, so I'm sure he will bounce back.
Mateen out to kick a field goal. .24-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is no good. Mateen unable to convert, but still a promising drive from the Bengals.
That's unfortunate. Another really good drive. The first one of the game to not be a touchdown.
Or any points for that matter.
They got really close and they had 2 missed catches in the end zone there. Just slipping out of the receiver's hands.
Shaker Heights will be starting at the... They're marking the ball at the 20-yard line. That could be an OHSA rule and a missed field goal that they start at the 20. I'm not aware.
I'm just hoping that unsuccessful drive doesn't affect the Bengals' attitude too much.
But, I mean, still nothing to complain about. I mean, and they're up 22-0 here in the second quarter. No complaints. Here's a run from Shaker Heights, and it's not going very far. Luke Carlton in there on the tackle.
For Shaker Heights, Cornell Beard was the one trying to take it up there. Stopped pretty quickly.
He's been in there in the run game all night long, at least so far. Here's the snap, looking to throw, complete pass to Beard. And a nice completion from Shaker Heights down the sideline, and he is gone. Cornell Beard, touchdown Shaker Heights.
Wow.
Well, the first big play for Shaker Heights, and it results in a touchdown.
Just a few missed tackles there by Benedictine, and Shaker Heights took advantage of it.
Here's Lucas White on for the PAT. Junior kicker. Snap, hold, kick, and it's good.
Yeah, major run by Beard for Shaker Heights. He's quick.
That's
So
right.
far the Bengals have not given him that open lane to run into, but he had his opportunity there. He took it, made it a touchdown.
Here we go, Shaker Heights on to kick things off after a very quick offensive drive in their first big play of the game.
Wow. Looking forward to see what the Bengals offense brings back after they get their first touchdown.
And it was a good drive, don't get me wrong. I mean, just some penalty flags and a missed field goal. Not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Here's another good kickoff from Shaker Heights. It's going to be taken in here by the Bengals. And it's Antoine Smith. Smith with room to run and nobody in front of him. Antoine Smith, kickoff return, touchdown, Benedictine.
Wow. Incredible job.
It's the first kickoff return touchdown we've seen all season, and it comes from Antoine Smith.
Antoine Smith. What a way to come back from Shaker Heights getting their first touchdown of the game. Just coming right back and getting one for themselves.
2 back-to-back big plays, ending in touchdowns. Mateen on for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, and it's good. Mateen back to his regular ways.
Winning 29-7 for the Bengals. Wow.
Look at that student section. The blackout looks great, except I see some NECL shirts in there kind of throwing it off. I don't know what's up with that.
But wow, 29 points for the Bengals. Still 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Almost 7 minutes to go. Outstanding job by the Bengals this evening. Bengals are wearing their all-Navy jerseys. They wore the Navy jerseys against St. Francis, but they wore white pants.
Yeah.
So Navy out for homecoming, you see. And then Shaker Heights, I like their jerseys. They've got the white with the red pants and the black trim. Mateen to kick us off again. And we apologize if there's any inconsistency with our field mic. It's just that the Shaker Heights cheerleaders are standing right in front of our mic.
Yes.
Which is definitely throwing things off for our audio director here, Will Lloyd.
Really loud, trying to encourage their team.
And you'll love to see it, but not the placement. As a really nice kickoff here by Bryce Mateen is taken in by Shaker Heights. And a nice job by the Bengals special teams units to finally drag him down. It was Beard again on the return.
Yeah, Shaker Heights really trying to take advantage of Beard on the field. Kind of see him all over the place, getting involved in most of the plays.
Well, it's almost like they saw that Benedictine had a kickoff return touchdown, so they put their fastest player out there again.
Yeah.
Quinn Malone is back out there at quarterback. We saw Jasir Eady start the game for Shaker Heights. He played the first 2 drives, and we haven't seen him since.
And last drive with Malone, interception.
Well, the drive before the touchdown. As there's a nice tackle by Jonathan Spikes, lacking the yardage for the Red Raiders. Second down. It's going to be second and 10. I don't think they picked up anything.
Wow.
Malone and the Red Raiders in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Here's the snap. Malone looks to throw. He's going to go short, incomplete. Nobody there. 3rd and 10 now.
He was looking towards junior Kevin Lowry, number 22 for Shaker Heights. Little miscommunication there.
Yeah, it looked like Lowry cut back in. Malone might have expected him to cut out, and nobody was there. And that's not the first time we've seen that from Shaker Heights tonight. Malone in shotgun formation again. And a false start. Flag already thrown. Who jumped first? That's the question. Shaker Heights. So it's going to be 3rd and 15. .5:53 left to go. Shaker Heights with a 3rd and 15. They trail the Benedictine Bengals 29-7. Here's the snap. Malone drops back, tries to throw over the middle, incomplete. 4th and 15.
There you go. Bengals defense is back. Last drive.
Just one bad play. One bad play. And in a game like this, they have room to give up a bad play every once in a while, and it's not the end of the world. And we can see right beyond the field goal post, Shaker Heights' whole band is gathered up over there. That is incredible.
Almost looks bigger than their football team.
Yeah, that's incredible over there.
The viewers will be able to see them at halftime.
Lucas White back out to punt for Shaker Heights. Biggest marching band I have ever seen. But the Bengals band is still loud and strong. And a flag on Shaker Heights, except the other ref threw the ball at that ref. I think we got a shot of it. That was kind of crazy.
Huh.
He hit the white hat ref. That's the crew chief. So it'll bump him back 5 yards. Still on to punt here. Here's the snap. Punt. Better punt than last time. Fair catch by J.J. Baldwin is taken in at the 46-yard line.
Wow.
And good field position again here for the Bengals starting off.
Yeah, great drive from the Bengals offense there. The Bengals defense, sorry. The previous drive, they had let the running back in to get a major touchdown. And then looks like the next drive, they bounced right back. Didn't let them go anywhere.
Really nice breeze coming in now. It's hot to start off this afternoon.
That's right, especially when we're wearing these suits up in the press box.
That's right. We gotta be fancy for homecoming week. And our homecoming game is the snap goes to Antoine Smith. We saw this before. Smith cuts to the outside, and I think he's gonna pick up a first down. No, they're gonna mark him short. This will be 2nd and about 2. Wait, now the referee walking up. Hold on. Waiting for a spot. Bengals might have a first. And they do. First down, Benedictine, on a nice play by Antoine Smith again. Yeah. He received the snap and ran it himself. First down, Bengals at the 44-yard line, 43. First and shotgun formation, brings Spikes in motion. Church in the backfield, Baldwin on the near side. Here's the snap. Fakes a handoff to Church. First goes deep. J.J. Baldwin's wide open. Almost.
Great throw by Matthew First.
Just a bit too much on it. Baldwin was wide open, and I love the read.
Hands on it. He keeps getting his hands on it. Just another one where just didn't get both hands on it. Couldn't catch it, but again, Matthew First. Great throw.
Second and 10. First under center, Church in the backfield. Smith and Carlton on the near side. They're going to hand it off here to Jameer Church. 5-yard pickup on the play. A little bit more. We'll call it 7.
And there's another example of those consistent, just short little runs that Shamir Church just always gets through.
3rd and short. Hand off to Church again on a hurry up. Church is going to pick up the first down for Benedictine. What a nice job.
Again, right down the middle.
Exactly right. First is lined up in shotgun formation. Church in the backfield. Baldwin on the near side. Rosalina in motion. Here's the snap. Hand off to Church again. Church, for the first time in a while, it seems, an unsuccessful run. Only a pickup of about 1 or 2 yards. First and shotgun with Church to his right. Baldwin on the near side, and the snap is rolling on the ground. First able to pick it up and throw complete to Luke Carlton. Wow. And once again, we say making something out of nothing, but it's going to be 3rd down now and short.
Great job. Not that good of a snap, but Matthew First found an option quickly. Very impressive.
And they're going to run right up the middle with Matthew First. And how is he still going? Incredible.
There you go. Another QB sneak. Successful every time so far this season.
At least, I mean, I'm not sure about the Avon Lake game. I don't know if we really needed it because of the big plays, but from what we've seen here at home, at least, you're exactly right. 1st and goal now. Bengals looking to add on to their lead. First under center, Church in the backfield. Brings Rosalina in motion. Rolls out looking to throw. Throws on the run and it's caught. Touchdown, Joey Pomnian. And it was only a matter of time before we saw Pomnian get on the board.
Yeah, good job by Matthew First finding Joey Pomnian in a really crowded end zone.
And
right
a great throw on the run as well. Mateen on again for the PAT. Kick is up and kick is good. Bryce Mateen once again hits the PAT.
And just about 3 minutes left in the first half. 36-7 for the Bengals. Almost looking better than the first 2 weeks with 36 points so far.
Although we have to remember against Canton South, we scored 40 in the first half and only scored 3 in the second half. So interesting to see it when the Bengals are going to take the foot off the gas pedal.
I hope they don't. I would love to see them keep scoring, but I know eventually you got to get those players in there.
That's right. If we look at the all-time series Shaker Heights leads 3-1. In 1931 and 1932, Shaker Heights shut out Benedictine. That's a long time ago. 2018, Shaker Heights beat Benedictine by just 2, and then 2019, Benedictine won 36-6. So hopefully the Bengals, over the next 2 years playing Shaker Heights, will get that all-time series up to a tie at 3-3. And a win tonight would definitely help. Mateen's kickoff end-over-end kick taken in by Shaker Heights. Fumbled initially, and finally taken down is Darius Coleman. Officials timeout, injured player down on the field for the Bengals, I think. Hard to tell. He's going to be back on his feet. It's going to be Antoine Livingston. He's able to walk off the field on his own power, though, which is great to see always. First down for the Red Raiders. Malone is going to hand it off. And another nice run from Shaker Heights. Can he break free again? It's Beard. And nice spin moves. He gets down to the 45. Wow. Quinn Malone has done such a nice job. Picks up another Red Raiders first down and another big pickup. He's really the only offensive attack they've had so far. So Cornell Beard is the player of the game so far for Shaker Heights. Malone in the backfield in shotgun formation with Beard behind him. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Malone drops back to throw, tries to go over the top and wide open receiver, and he dropped it. Unbelievable. It was intended for Lyndon Chavis. And he tried to come back to it a bit underthrown, but it went right through his hands. It should have been caught. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Malone rolls out, looks to throw. Pressure. Just has to throw it away. Great pressure there. And a flag is thrown. Pressure by Sean O'Connell. The flag might be on the Bengals for a late hit.
Sean O'Connell looking pretty good. A lot of the, most of the games you kind of see him doing a good job getting through the offensive line just to apply pressure to that quarterback. He's been pretty consistent these past few games.
So the flag is on Shaker Heights here. It's going to be 3rd down, they said. 3rd and 10. That's the official ruling. No, they're going to push him back here. It's going to be 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 for Shaker Heights. And this is going to be tough for them to pick up, especially with the way that their offense has been playing. Malone drops back, looks to throw, has time in the pocket, goes over the middle, almost picked off again by Pomnian. Incomplete 4th down. And with just over 2 minutes to go, this huge Shaker Heights band is lining up now on both sides of the field. This is incredible. So we're 88, Lucas White back out to punt, for the Red Raiders. Noisemakers making noise in the student section.
Gotta be Tripodi.
I know it is. We know it is. Come on now. Here's the punt from Lucas White. And a really nice punt. It's going to bounce down inside the 20, down to the 15. That is a great punt from Lucas White. And while we wait, speaking of great punters, the Browns' Corey Bojorquez. Oh, he's been so good lately.
Yeah, definitely so far.
Hit a really nice play last week that forced the safety, gave the Browns the ball back, and eventually led the Browns to a victory. The Browns also without their running back, Nick Chubb, similar to the Bengals here, without their running back, Chris Maloney. 1st and 10 for the Bengals, a long field in front of them. First and shotgun formation with Church behind him. He's going to bring Church up to his left. Here's the snap. Trips on the far side. First is going to look to throw. Has plenty of time in the pocket and eventually finds J.J. Baldwin. Baldwin took a second to corral it. Still on his feet, finally taken down. Picks up about 5.
Yeah. I almost thought first was going to go long there. Had a few extra seconds. Then ended up going short to J.J. Got his hands on it, but couldn't really get through. Throwing it to JJ again. And another throw where JJ just couldn't quite get catch of it. Goes right through his fingers.
3rd and 7 now. 3rd and 8. And first time tonight where it really feels like the Bengals have a bit of a field to go here to pick up this first. Although they did have a 3rd and 12 earlier that they converted on. They've converted on every 3rd down opportunity so far this evening. 1st and shotgun formation with Church behind him. Trips on the near side with Baldwin, Palmy, and Carlton. Timeout, Benedictine.
All right, I'm excited to see what they bring out from this 3rd down here. They've been so creative so far tonight.
Yes, and I think that's the point of utilizing a timeout. You've got 3 of them. You've used none of them so far, so why not use one and see what you can do here with.
Yeah, and judging off their performance so far, I'd be surprised if they didn't get a 1st down here.
That's right. You can come out and to our fall tour. It's October 1st, 2024 from 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can meet our admissions staff, see our campus, and learn how you can be a man of Benedictine. Go check out our website, cbhs.edu. Bengals out here for a crucial 3rd down. 1st and shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Trips on the near side, brings Carlton in motion. And more whistles. Timeout, Shaker Heights.
Okay. I guess they didn't talk about what they needed to last time out.
That's right.
Didn't have enough time. Wow.
There's our student section again, looking, just great. Good matchup. Boardman and Riverside Boardman is up 21-14 in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin taking on St. Vincent St. Mary tonight. Ashland is up 21-0 on Maple Heights. CVCA, right across the street from Walsh Jesuit, is up 14-10 on Canton South. Willoughby South is up 35-14 on Lorraine. Gilmore Academy up 35-0 on John Marshall. Number 4, Avon is up 24-0 on number 16, North Ridgeville. Bengals out here finally for this 3rd and 8. Carlton in motion. Runs back out. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff. First looking to throw. Over the middle. Almost caught by J.J. Baldwin. He got up there, and it really looked like he was going to come down with it. But we have whistles everywhere.
Again, J.J. Baldwin, he's getting there. He's getting into that perfect spot to be open. Matthew First finding him again and again. Just really unlucky. I hope he's going to bounce back in the second half.
So a penalty on the Bengals here, and I think they're going to have a replay 3rd down. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm observing at the moment. No, it is going to be 4th down. And here comes the punt unit, so.
First time so far this night.
At this point, just got to run the clock out to the second half. On to punt. Snap. Here's the punt. Takes a bounce. And will be down at the 46-yard line. 1:05 left to go here in the first half of action from Don Shula Stadium. Hoban up 28-7 on St. Ignatius at halftime.
Wow. Ignatius not looking as good as they have been this season.
They weren't good last year either. 2-8 in the regular season. They won a playoff game. I think they finished 3-11. Or no, sorry, that is entirely wrong. 3-9. Malone looks to throw. He goes deep. Almost picked off by J.J. Baldwin,
really
but
close.
Incomplete. Yep.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Jefferson area, and if you recognize that name, it's because Benedictine lost to them in the first round of the basketball playoffs. They're up 30-14 on Orange. Orange is undefeated so far, so that's a really interesting result. Second and 10. Malone in shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Drops back. Looks to throw. Malone heaves it deep. Picked off by J.J. Baldwin. The Bengals have their 3rd interception of the game. Baldwin still on his feet. Still going. Flags on the play. Baldwin running up the sideline.
Really looking to get a few extra yards there, JJ. Yeah, 2 big throws in a row by Shaker. Looked like Benedictine eventually read it, and easy interception, really.
I just really can't understand how Shaker had that much of a hard time taking him down.
Yeah, JJ's really good on his feet when he gets that ball.
The referee's now talking to the Benedictine coaching staff on the far sideline. They all got their matching Columbia blue polos on today. It's very nice from the coaching staff. So we await a ruling here. They're going to give it holding on Benedictine. So So 2 penalties they call holding on Benedictine and unsportsmanlike conduct on Benedictine. But that was after the interception, so the interception will still count, and the Bengals will still have the ball just very deep in their own territory here. First down, Bengals. They're lining up at the 10-yard line. Long field in front of them with just 41 seconds left to go to halftime. I don't expect much from them here. And they are looking to just take a knee, it appears, with Matthew first and send this game to halftime. It's exactly what they're going to do, although I think they're going to have to run just one more play.
Wow. Well, first half coming to an end. Really good performance by the Bengals.
Unbelievable performance. 2nd and 11. They take the knee, and that's halftime from Don Shula Stadium. Shaker Heights is going to receive the second half kickoff. I don't think that's a problem for the Bengals after the first half that they just that they just put on. So absolutely incredible performance by the Bengals at halftime. They lead the Shaker Heights Red Raiders by a score of Benedictine 36, Shaker Heights 7. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Taylor Swift. Here is Kickoff. might be marked for some ionic moving game. The picture simply for a rendition of Captain America's theme song. Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, 007.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium, where the Benedictine Bengals lead the Shaker Heights Red Raiders 36-7.5. What an outstanding first half performance by Benedictine. Their offense, incredible. They got off to a quick start, and they haven't looked back since.
Yeah, incredible. Matthew First, probably one of the best halves I've seen him play. Just super confident with these balls, throwing up a lot more farther passes than we usually see him, and they're accurate. They're getting to that receiver. Haven't been making catches as much as they should have, but a little unlucky. But Matthew First, he's been playing amazing.
And we must not forget the incredible performance also in the first half by Jameer Church. He scored 3 touchdowns, and we can't ask for anything more from him.
Yeah, incredible. Just always goes down the middle right for the Bengals. And even tonight we saw him, he's going wide a lot more than he usually does, and it's looking very well. The defense really good at blocking, giving him that lane out wide. Got the 3 touchdowns. That's all you got to say.
And it's just an incredible job by the offense, but also the defense as well.
Yeah.
And the Bengals defense with 3 interceptions in the first half. Just an incredible job by J.J. Baldwin, Joey Pomian on defense.
Yeah.
Antoine Smith, as always.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
just great coverage. They got 1 touchdown. Pretty lucky. They kind of slipped through a few missed tackles there. Got that touchdown. Really long run by Shaker Heights is so far their best performing player so far, Beard.
That's right, the running back.
Yeah. Cornell Beard.
Cornell Beard, that's
really,
right.
They're really utilizing him. He's returning the kicks and returning the punts, and he's being their running back so far. They're really using him because he's quick. And obviously, this week they don't have their star player, McNutt.
That's right. Trey McNutt, a safety, 5-star, committed to Oregon, and he got injured last week against Euclid, and he usually plays a big role for the Red Raiders and unable to perform this week.
Yeah, you could just tell they're really missing him. The quarterbacks, they're looking for those receivers to get open. They're throwing up a lot of long balls. Pretty hopeful. Bengals, great coverage so far.
But I don't think that McNutt makes a difference, 29-point difference that the Red Raiders are trailing by right now.
5-star recruit, but the Bengals having the night of the season so far. They're
That's
just
right.
being so consistent.
And we must not forget that even when I keep saying Strongsville, Shaker Heights, even when they had that big play for a touchdown, the Bengals bounced right back with a kickoff return touchdown from Antoine Smith.
Yeah, incredible. So fast. Just the blocking tonight so far, just getting your teammate open, the determination, and it's really good so far for the Bengals.
And even when the momentum isn't on their side, they're able to, get it right back. So
yeah, definitely.
As long as the Bengals are able to come out and continue to match Shaker Heights, and 3 and out after 3 and out for Shaker Heights on offense, and if the Bengals are able to continue to force those on defense, it's going to be hopefully a pretty easy finish here going forward for the Bengals, and then we can look forward to next week.
But what stands out to me, just consistency and biggest confidence. We've seen the Bengals play last week. They played the first half without confidence, and they really struggled against Strongsville. Second half, they came back with confidence, completely different game, and they brought the confidence back so far this game, and they just look incredible.
That's right. As the warm-ups continue here at Don Shula Stadium, what a beautiful turnout tonight.
Yeah.
So many people here to support
people.
the Bengals. Great student section. We've seen them having energy all night long. Huge section over here on our side with Shaker Heights, and the most full we've seen the grandstand on the other side for Benedictine. And hopefully we continue this into next week with Walsh Jesuit, and that's going to be, I think, our biggest test of the season.
Huge game. They're looking really good so far this season, but I think just so far, if we get the same amount of fans that we do this week, so far the student section look so hyped so far tonight, and it's really,
Confetti
really
and
showing.
Everything else, yes. It's looking like a student section from like your freshman year when they went 8-2 in the regular season, and they were ranked number 1 in the state. So hopefully we're getting back to that era of Benedictine football this year.
So supportive, and the energy around the school this week, and especially finishing it off with a pep rally today after school. You could just tell the energy. It was back, especially after that win against Strongsville last week.
That's right, and a great comeback by the Bengals. They really showed their true potential and their ability to perform in the clutch. And, we see it week after week from the Bengals. They always put up a fight. Yeah. Even in the game that they lost, St. Francis, St. Francis is a solid team from New York, in the rain, but the Bengals put up a fight.
Yeah.
And that's all we can ask for. So,
And tonight, you know, we're getting a very similar game to the first 2 weeks.
That's
very
right.
similar. Just a huge lead on the other team going into the second half.
That's right. Bengals pulling away with it,
Yeah.
and we hope to continue to see that here.
Get a lot of guys that don't get much PT, hopefully get them into the game. A lot of our star players being seniors, you know, we're going to have to rely on those players next year.
Season, that's right.
Especially Luke Carlton. I would love to see Luke Carlton get a few more passes so far this game and just make a statement.
As he's going to be one of our top wide receivers next year.
Yeah.
He's going to be up there with Antoine Smith, but again, we're seeing a good game from Antoine Smith. So, you know, you love to see that, and we'll throw it back down to the field here as we get ready to start the second half of action. We'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Lavera Catering and Party Center. It's right down the street from my house, so I'll give a big shout out to them and their amazing staff over there. We do have experience in our family, at least with Lavera, and they've just been so outstanding, especially through COVID. And they provide great meals and catering, as well as, you know, their party space. I know they do a fish fry during Lent.
Okay. I've never been there, but I'll take your word for it. It sounds pretty good.
Yes, it is good. And always good food. And as you can expect, a lot of Italian.
There goes the student section again.
That's right. Here we go, Bryce Mayteen to kick things off to get the second half of action underway from Don Shula Stadium. Solid kick taken in at the 15-yard line by Shaker Heights, and a nice tackle there by Antonio Hobbs.
Returned by number 23 for Shaker, Isaac Fidel.
It looks like they've got the starter back out there in Edie, and I am correct on that. The handoff here is not going to go far for Shaker Heights. After the first two drives of the game, we saw Quinn Malone go in at quarterback. We saw, Jasir Edie start the game. He came out. Now he's back out there to start the second half, trying to get something going for Shaker Heights. He throws complete here short to Miles Shelton. It's going to be third and short, third and about 2 here. They're just short of the first down.
Good job by Antoine Smith getting that tackle in.
They're going to hand it off here. I believe they're short. They are. Fourth down.
Yeah. Wow.
Good coverage by
Quick.
the Bengals.
Real quick.
And here comes the punter, Lucas White. And another 3 and out for Shaker Heights. And at what point do you think the Red Raiders, maybe try and go for it with the way that the score is? If they're really trying to spark a comeback here, it's interesting. Here's a snap taken in by White. Punt is another solid punt. It's going to take a bounce and be down by Shaker Heights at the 38-yard line.
Okay. All right, great way to start the second half. Bengals defense stopped immediately.
Bengals led out again here by Matthew First. As we said during halftime, might see G.I. Campo, the sophomore, out there at some point tonight. Church still out there as well in the backfield. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. We're going to hand it off to start things off with Church. Church cuts back towards the right side and picks up about 6 yards on the play, and a nice first run for Jameer Church.
And Benedictine still has their 3 starting receivers out to start the second half.
Yeah, they're not taking the foot off the gas pedal just yet. 2nd and 3. From the 45. First lines up under center here this time. Here's a snap pitch to Antonio Hobbs. Hobbs towards the outside, picks up the first down, and much more. Good run by Antonio Hobbs. First down, Benedictine.
There's that pitch play. We see it every once in a while. Usually see it every game. Pitch play to Antonio Hobbs. He does such a good job just going down the line, getting that first down. And it usually catches the other team off guard, and it did again tonight.
That's the first time we're seeing it this evening. First and shotgun formation with Corday Blair in the backfield. Sophomore running back. We're going to hand it off to Blair here. And a nice run from Blair as he picks up about 5. Corday Blair, he was a real standout player on the freshman football team last year.
It's good to have somebody to give Church a rest with how well he's been performing lately.
That's exactly right. First and shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Now Church to the left of first. Rosalina in motion, 2 wide receivers here on the near side. First looks to throw, and it's caught by Joey Pomnian. A nice reception and a first down.
Great catch, Joey Pomnian, even when he had 2 guys covering him. Just kind of jumped up in the air there and almost made it look easy.
Well, we've got so many people on the far side over there.
Yeah.
It's been awfully quiet here in the second half. More of a calm second half than we had in the first half. Hobbs is out there in the backfield. First under center. Here's the snap. Pitch play to Hobbs again. Hobbs fumbled it. He's just going to have to fall on it. Oh, boy.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's going to make it a 2nd and long here. Unfortunate. They tried that pitch play, and Hobbs, he tried to start running before he was able to catch it, so. Second and 20 from the 23-yard line. First and shotgun formation. Church in the backfield now to his right. Pomnian and Carlton on the far side. Baldwin on the near side. Rosalina at tight end. Hand off to Church. Church stops up, runs forward. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage in a bit more. It's going to make it 3rd and probably 8. They're going to mark at 3rd and 10 here. So let's see what the Bengals are able to do. If they're not able to get a touchdown, maybe a field goal. First and shotgun formation, Church in the backfield. Church out to his right. Here's a snap. First to throw. Oh, he was looking for Pomnian in the end zone, but he never got open, and good coverage on the play there by Shaker Heights.
Yeah.
So it's going to force 4th and 10. And let's see what the Bengals are going to try here.
Maybe, I think Matthew First threw that slightly too quickly. Looked like he was in the air before Joey Palms even looked back at it. And once Joey Palms looked back, it looked like he wasn't quite in that exact spot where he should have been. Almost had a good connection, though.
Bengals are on to try a 30-yard field goal with Bryce Mayteen.
Missed his previous field goal attempt this game.
And it was actually 23 yards as this kick is up. And it is good. So the Bengals now lead 39-7. Mayteen with his first field goal of the night. We usually see him hit about 1 field goal per game.
And there's Shaker Heights cheerleaders staying real loud, even though not looking too good so far for Shaker.
That's right. Heard a little bit of them there. Mayteen to kick things off once again. I'm sure you've been hearing them all night as they are right down there next to our microphone, which is inconvenient for us, but that's the way the world works. As Mayteen's kickoff takes a bounce at the 20, taken in at the 17. Return doesn't go very far.
And Beard again.
Yep. John Jones in there on the tackle. And the Shaker Heights offense out there again. Last time out, they had a 3 and out. Edie's still out there at quarterback for Shaker Heights. Here's the snap. He's going to drop back and try and throw. He's just going to go short to Beard. Bengals were there immediately. 2 guys couldn't take him down. Wow.
Yeah, great move by Beard.
Flag after the tackle.
Yeah. Got 2 of our defenders, but Johnson Spikes eventually took him down.
So it's going to be something on the Bengals, and they're going to move them. It's going to be first down Shaker Heights at the 46. Moving quickly. Edie looks towards the sideline. Beard in the backfield. Jaden Holmes, the wide receiver here on the near side. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to throw. Trying to roll out. Has some space towards the sideline, nowhere to go. Finally just throws on the run, picked off! Antonio Hobbs with his first interception of the season, and the Bengals get the ball back.
Good job, Antonio Hobbs. Last play offensively, he had a slight mistake, not getting a hand on the ball for the pitch play, and then now on defense, he's showing himself. Got that interception.
That's right, making up for the mistake.
Is that 4 interceptions so far tonight?
Yes,
wow.
For the Bengals, and a great job.
Wow.
Just a great job.
Not looking too good for the quarterbacks so far for Shaker.
Right, both of them. I believe it's split 2 and 2 between Malone and Beard.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, Malone and Edie. I could be incorrect about that. Gio Iacampo out there now at quarterback for the Bengals. He's going to hand it off here. Looks like James Yang running the ball there. We haven't seen that so far.
Yeah.
But a nice pickup. It'll be second and about 4.
Doesn't usually get involved in the offense there, but did a good job going down the middle.
Looks like they're going to mark it second and 2.
Good job from James Yang there.
That's right. We never see him out there on offense. He's a defensive player. And coming into this game, I believe I saw he had like 26 total tackles this season. Just outstanding from him. Campo under center. Blair in the backfield. O'Neal in motion. Here's a snap. Hand off to Blair. Corday Blair running forward, and he's going to pick up a first down.
There you go. Getting a lot of different people in there on offense, the Bengals. Doing a good job, giving their star players some rest.
That's right. I see Jeremiah Brassfield out there for Benedictine as well. Who else? We're going to look at who's at wide receiver positions when they line back up. Here on the near side is Jeremiah Krieger, Antoine Livingston, and Jeremiah Brassfield on the far side here. Campo, quick rollback, quick throw, complete to Antoine Livingston, and a big pickup for the Bengals. And a first down. Nice job by the sophomore, Antoine Livingston, on the play.
Wow. Even with the secondary players in the game, Bengals aren't slowing down.
Still moving the ball. Bengals lined up here with Krieger and Brassfield on the near side. Livingston on the far side. Blair in the backfield with Campo in shotgun formation. O'Neal in motion. Here's the snap. Hand off to Blair. He'll pick up about 3 yards on this run. So it'll be second down. Second and 7. I see over on the sideline some guys waiting by Coach Prevesk to potentially get in the game. Some of the younger guys on our roster. Campo under center. He's going to hand it off to Blair once again, and a nice run from Corday Blair. And he's going to pick up a Bengals first down, I believe, here on the play. That's exactly right. First down, Bengals.
Wow. Just going down the field, making it look easy.
What a nice job here by this Bengals secondary roster. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter here from Don Shula Stadium. We're going to take a quick break. The Benedictine Bengals lead the Shaker Heights Red Raiders 39-7. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Being a man of Benedictine is like being someone who improves in every aspect of their life.
There's a lot of things that you look for when you go to high school. It's just a whole nother experience of family.
A true representation of the world, and I'm really grateful to be a part of that.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. The Benedictine Bengals lead the Shaker Heights Red Raiders here at the start of the fourth quarter. What a performance by the Bengals tonight, Sheen.
Just incredible getting their players out there that don't usually get much time, and they're still looking as good as the first players do.
The starters, that's right. Campo under center. Player in the backfield again, O'Neal in motion. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff. Campo almost trips, he's gonna throw it to O'Neal. Tyrell O'Neal with a nice pickup, about 5 yards. Seeing him more in the tight end role in this game. We normally don't see that as much, at least at the beginning of games where we see Augie Rosalina at tight end. But Tyrell O'Neal, who's more of an impact player on defense, making an impact here on offense here late in the game.
Hey, now's the time to experiment with different players, different plays.
And that's exactly right. 2nd and 4. Brassfield and Krieger on the far side, Livingston on the near side. O'Neal at tight end, Campo in the backfield, under center, Blair in the backfield. Here's the snap, handoff to Blair. Blair tries to find a lane, and he's not going to go very far. So that's going to make it 3rd down here.
So far this drive, every time Benny's tried to go down the middle, Shaker's been doing a good job at just surrounding that running back.
And Blair not as strong as Church.
Right.
In that aspect. Not expecting him to, as Church is a senior, Blair's a sophomore, but Church is able to turn those, plays where there's not a lot of room up the middle and make them into bigger runs. 3rd and 3. Bengals with Livingston on the near side. Krieger and Brassfield on the far side. Brassfield's in motion here. Blair is in the backfield with Campo under center. Here's the snap. Campo pitch to Blair. Blair tries to find a hole, but a nice tackle made there by Shaker Heights' number 33, James Wood. So it makes it 4th and 4. What is Benedictine going to try here?
So far, good confidence from Corday Blair. Just wish we could have seen more of Gio's ability to throw the ball, because I know he's been pretty good so far, really working hard at practice.
So the Bengals are in a situation where it's too long, I think, to kick a field goal and too short to punt. So they're going to come out and go for it on 4th and 4. Livingston on the near side, Brassfield and Krieger on the far side, O'Neal at tight end, Blair in the backfield, Campo under center. And there's a false start on Shaker Heights. But Benedictine called a timeout first. So timeout Bengals. It's going to be Benedictine's first timeout. Shaker Heights still has all 3 left. Rocky River leads Lakewood 42-20. Amherst leads Berea Mid-Park 48-34. Homestead Falls is up 35-0 on Elyria. Jefferson area is up 50-34 on Orange. Lutheran West beat Madison 7-6. Wow, what an offensive performance there. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Campo under center here. Blair in the backfield, Livingston on the near side. Krieger and Brassfield on the far side. They're lining up pretty similar each play here. They're going to try a pitch again to Blair, and he's not going to pick up the first. So a turnover on downs. Shaker Heights is going to get the ball back here.
Benedictine really trying to get Corday Blair involved there, giving him the ball most of the plays.
Yeah, we're not seeing him throw it a lot with Campo so far. Bengals on defense now. Edie's going to hand it off. And a nice run by Shaker Heights' number 6. Different running back out there. Finally, it's Landon Bryant. Although he's not listed as a running back.
And it looks like Sean O'Connell was the one to eventually bring him down.
Second and short. Edie's going to try and roll out and throw it incomplete. So it's going to be third down now here. A very interesting situation. Third and 2. Interesting to see if the Bengals are able to get another stop here. This fourth quarter clock is just going to keep running as the Bengals are up 39-7. I really didn't expect this out of this game.
Wow. Yes, with the amount of players that Shaker has, it's incredible.
They're going to try and roll out. He's going to decide to run it himself and just flip it out of bounds. Not sure the point. So fourth down now.
Yeah, pressure. Amazing pressure from Benedictine. You know, they had one good run there, that drive, but besides that, Benedictine, amazing defense.
So they're going to come back out to punt. And as we saw in the first game of the season, the first half much longer than the second half as the clock is just running and both teams are, putting in backups at this point in the game. This punt will be fair caught by J.J. Baldwin. We're not quite playing with a running clock yet, although both teams are letting it run.
All right, Bengals defense. Amazing last drive. Didn't really let him go anywhere. Consistent.
Need the offense to do much of the same here. Led back out by sophomore quarterback once again, G.I. Campo, with Corday Blair in the backfield. And some different wide receivers out there. We'll try and get them to you. As this run from Blair cuts to the outside. Corday Blair, nice run, a pickup of 9. So I saw out there wide receiver number 48, James Jackson is out there. I see Sonny Arietta as well. Javion Levitt out there for the Bengals as one of the other wide receivers. Not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Right down here with all the Shaker cheerleaders. They're doing this whole ritual.
Well, at least they're staying loud for their team.
Yeah, that's great. They're doing their job. They're having fun. Yep. Here's a handoff again to Blair. This will be short of the first down. He might have picked up a yard. Third down. All right, Campo's going to hand it off to Blair here. Courtney Blair, nice run. He might have picked it up. This is going to be really close here. Referee signaling 4th down, so it's going to be 4th and inches.
Wow. Corday Blair, they're really trying to get him that experience, get him a lot of varsity time here. With our 2 star running backs both being seniors, you know, gotta have this guy prepared for next year.
Bengals going for it on a 4th and short. That clock just continues to run.
Yeah.
And we can't complain about that. That means we actually are going to get some good sleep tonight, hopefully. As there's a nice run. That's going to pick up a 1st down. Nice job by the offensive line, still pushing forward.
Wow.
How about it?
That's the determination for you. About 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and they're still just pushing, even though they already got the 1st down, and they're still pushing for more. It's very impressive.
1st down Bengals. We saw Sonny Arietta in there on the play. We saw Will Eschke out there earlier as well. Gabe Dolan is out there for the Bengals. All right, Campo under center. We're going to hand it off here to Gabe Dolan, and he gets hit quick.
Wow.
So loss of yardage on the play. Play made by Jacques Penn. Here we go, 2nd and about 15. All right, Campo under center. Dolan in the backfield again. Faking the handoff to Dolan. Throwing, they tried to get it to Will Eschke. Went through his hands. 3rd down.
Good try there so far.
Trying to see other guys that are out there, get them some recognition. I also see Donald Stewart, the sophomore. Well, Eschke comes off the field. Isaac Sprogus comes on the field as Eric Charmley exits. Now here comes a number that we don't have rostered, so
58.
I think that's actually JP Gambin. I know he was a late addition to the team, if I'm not mistaken, but
Gabe Heskamp, senior Gabe Heskamp's also out there, playing on the line.
student section moving down now to where the band is, ready to sing the alma mater as the clock. Got 1 minute and 23 seconds left. Here we go. Haya Campo in under center here. He's going to hand it off. And a short gain by Gabe Dolan again. This clock will continue to run. It'll be 4th down. Bengals should be able to just wait here and take a knee. As Anthony Vintonio exits and Donald Stewart comes on the field. The Bengals are going to be able, well, unfortunately they're not going to be able, I'm mistaken, to take a knee and win the game because it'll be a turnover on downs. So timeout Benedictine here. With 33 seconds left. I don't really know what the game plan is here. Probably just punt, but
Yeah.
with 33 seconds left, it's a 4th and long, and you just gotta send this game to the final
Yeah,
buzzer.
just gotta find a way to end it.
Looks like they're just going to go for it on 4th down. 33 seconds left. They're going to pitch it here, and a really nice run. Who is that? It's going to be Carlos Renfro on the run, but that is going to be a turnover on downs. So we should wrap this thing up here pretty soon. Here we go. Shaker Heights will just run the ball, and that's going to do it for tonight's ball game.
John Scales for Shaker Heights. Tried to run it there, stopped pretty quick.
Looks like Shaker Heights is going to run another play here as the clock is just about going to expire. Here's the handoff. Tackle made. And that is your ball game. What a win tonight from the Benedictine Bengals by a final score of Benedictine 39 and Shaker Heights 7. Kind of an unexpected result, but
Wow.
Bengals come out on top. So we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back to Don Shula Stadium to wrap things up after our handshake line. Once again, the final tonight, 39-7. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. Once again, alongside Jacob Sheen, I'm Patrick Lloyd. What a statement win from the Bengals tonight, Jacob.
Yes, incredible. We talked about it already. First half, one of the best halves Bengals have had this season. And then second half, they got a lot of the guys that don't get much time in there. Experimented with a few different people at different positions and different plays. Got a good insight of what it might look like next year.
Yes, a quick second half, but obviously we're not complaining about that.
Yeah.
Makes our setup or our tear down a little bit easier. And, you know, a great job by the Bengals all around. On both sides of the ball, as they're going to go and sing the alma mater behind us. Just an absolutely incredible game from Benedictine. You really can't ask for much more.
Hey, ranked in the state, and do they deserve it, especially after this game? just proving themselves week after week.
That's right. And next week, the real test begins. They're going to have to play Shaker Heights, or excuse me, they're going to have to play Walsh Jesuit. And Walsh Jesuit is a very, very good football team. So as the football team and the band sings the alma mater, we are going to thank everybody on our crew tonight. First, we'd like to thank our director, Mr. Brian Devers, as always. Our switcher, Caleb Bartlett. Our video assistant audio, Will Lloyd. Our scorebug and graphics, Matthew Lloyd. Our camera operators, Calvin Dempsey, Johan Serrano, Ben Andel, John Queener, and our first-time helper on camera D, Kent Collier. Sorry about that. And then our photographers tonight, Will Milan and Will Hall. So what an outstanding game tonight from the Bengals once again. Like I said, you really can't ask for much more, but the real test begins next week with Shaker Heights. So once again, the final score tonight, Benedictine 39, Shaker Heights 7. They only scored on that one big play.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week from Don Shula Stadium. We'll be broadcasting the game against Walsh Jesuit. We hope you're able to tune in. And until next time, alongside Jacob Sheen, I'm Patrick Lloyd. So long, everybody. Go Bengals.